Hello everybody, the Zambasti here, casting another Firefall PvP match. So, 2 nights ago I think, yeah, it was the end of New Year's Day, I actually decided to make a New Year's resolution. And that was that I'm going to cast at least 1 match a day, hopefully for this entire year, we'll see. A year is a long time. Unfortunately, yesterday I didn't have access to my computer, so in a way I've already broken that resolution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try to catch up and try to cast at a rate of 1 match a year. So if I miss a day, I'll try to catch up the next day or cast more later to catch up. Anyway, this is a PvP match that was actually given to me by Bloody Kaladi as a good match. I don't think Bloody's actually in this. So briefly going over the teams because we have started the action already. On the blue team, we have Hellraiser, Meta, Nrashu, Tilter, and Zweihandler. I speak German, so Zweihandler is how you pronounce it in German. 3 assaults, a recon, and a biotech. The other team, similar composition, but with an engineer, sorry, instead of the 3rd assault. A-Stars, CoolMat69, Oscar 581, Tarza, and T2. So actually, a lot of well-known names here. It's difficult to say which team will win. It's going to depend a lot on teamwork. A lot of these guys are actually on competitive teams and will be competing in the Legends tournament. So we can expect to see some more teamwork here. So let's just go ahead and cast this. I'm actually going to jump back to the beginning so we can actually see this from the start. We can see the rollouts and where the team starts to go. So the blue team, Meta immediately taking the high ground position. Meta, one of the best assaults in the game. CoolMat, one of the best all-around players in the game as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who among them actually ends up winning out. A-Stars, Hellraiser, Tilter, also very well known. Tarza and T2. Tarza, I know his name. I'm pretty sure he's on a competitive team. I can't recall which one right now. T2 is in Dark Hour, of course. And yeah, basically all these players are names that I actually know, which generally means that they're pretty good. So immediately, teams taking opposite positions in the center area of the map. Just lobbing assault shots back and forth. This is going to depend a lot on who actually gets the spam off better, who actually manages to do better harass. Both teams only have 1 biotech, meaning that damage taken is damage that is going to stick around. Meta going down here, I believe that might be the first kill. Actually, I can't open the tab screen right now, which suggests to me that the UI is broken. So that's going to interfere with this a little bit. That should fix it. I'm not sure if it actually will. But the fight continuing to go down here, actually a lot of people going down. Oscar managing to res CoolMat. Res being so important in these matches. It is actually possible that this might be an older replay, and that's why we can't get the UI working properly. But it is a great match, so I'm just going to cast it like this anyway. The blue team here now having the ground near the double damage, having the advantage, having that position. No one's actually taken the double damage yet. It looks like A-Stars is going to go for it, and A-Stars does get the double damage. This is going to be very dangerous, as he is a good assault, and he will land a lot of the shots. Meta performing a little bit of a flank, gets Tarza extremely low. A-Stars, though, has the double damage, gets Zweihandler, gets Meta. A-Stars dealing a lot of damage with this. Hellraiser does manage to pick off Tarza, though. Tarza was low. A-Stars now pulling back a little bit because he is low on HP. But looking to hit some more of those double damage shots because, well, their double damage, they do such an insane amount of damage. And they are capable of turning this game. A-Stars has been spotted, which means he is going to fall back a little bit. But he's going to continue pushing on this flank because he has a lot of HP. He got healed by the biotech. And now he's actually going to go for the enemy biotech. And if he actually gets this biotech down, then it's going to give his team the advantage for the next couple of seconds. Because the blue team will not be able to heal. He doesn't actually get it down, though. So red team currently down a player. Meta extremely low, though. Has to fall back a little bit. That's going to weaken blue team's assault a little bit. Tarza actually going in, getting the grenade launcher hit off on Meta. Dies for his own. A decent trade. They do lose some of the healing, but Meta being down is a big deal. Actually, red team extremely spread out right now. I can't even get them all into one camera shot right here. We can see A-Stars in the far corner with CoolMat coming along. Oscar looks like he's trying for a flank or some sort of trap. But red team really is missing some of that upfront firepower and that upfront combat ability. At this very moment, due to their positioning, red team can't win a direct fight, which means we can see here that they are actually falling back falling back as Hellraiser and Blue Team actually push forward. Hellraiser now taking the high ground, is met by A-Stars. Both of them fall back because they know they'll take too much damage and are likely to die in this case. Trying to get that missile shot off, misses, but A-Stars is extremely low. Hellraiser now trying to chase down A-Stars, but A-Stars has gotten the health pack in the corner, so Hellraiser is actually going to fall back. Tarza, using that evacuate, does not get far enough. He's probably going to die here to some assault shots. Hellraiser does get him down. Let's take a bit of an outside perspective again. Over here in the corner, we can see that Tilter actually has chased down T2. And it looks like Tilter is about to get into a fight here. Never mind. There was someone up on the ridge here, and it looks like they've actually pulled back. So Red Team probably losing in points right now, based on what I'm seeing here. They are getting some kills, but they are pushing forward a lot, one by one. And I think they're suffering a lot of losses because of that. Once again, A-Stars getting extremely low. Tilter actually has the double damage, and that's something you don't want to see on the opposite team. T2 actually snipes him though, and the 1.5 damage taken on the double damage does mean he is going to go down. However, Red Team is mostly dead now, thanks to that double damage from Tilter, meaning Coolmat is the only assault out. He is about to go down himself. Coolmat actually having a very nice afterburner. That is a lot of distance that covered right there. That is almost definitely a purple. Blue Team continuing to push forward, taking ground here. Red Team barely control of their own health pack, and that's important for long-term sustain. It looks like Coolmat is going to get Tilter here, but Blue Team continues to push forward. They do still have their biotech up. They have heals, and right now Red Team's on the back foot. Coolmat actually gets shot down. I'm not exactly sure by what. It looks like it was probably a recon, but I can't actually be sure because we do not have death notifications in this replay. Meta trying to go in after Oscar, stops him from reviving Coolmat. That is a big deal. That's actually going to give Blue Team a point on the scoreboard for that. Blue Team actually forming up really nicely over here. Let's take a look at what Tilter is doing. He's trying to get some shots off on Coolmat. It looks like Hellraiser went down to Coolmat. Tilter getting off a beautiful missile shot and actually takes down, I believe it's Coolmat. Yes, took down Coolmat. And continuing to lay down that spam. T2 in a very nice sniper position for him, but also extremely exposed. Uses that decoy and actually gets out of the way. Oscar looks like he might be having some connection issues. He's just going to get rifled down by Tilter here. And this match is probably going to end soon. For most of this match, it looks like Red Team's been on the back foot, but it's really hard to tell because we do need those executes to actually get the points. So I can't exactly say for sure who is going to win right now, but Tilter does again have that double damage, and we're about to see Tilter using that aim, that double damage, to do insane amounts, or hopefully do insane amounts. Gets a beautiful shot off on Tarzan there. Uses Afterburner. He has found Coolmat. Coolmat is probably going to go down to this. And yes, he does. Tilter also having the help of his biotech. He's taking a lot of damage now. He has to be more cautious. He's basically one shot away from dying. T2 up there, trying to get shots off on Tilter. Tilter manages to juke, or at least get away soon enough to avoid getting killed there. Gets healed by Zweihandler. And Meta looks like he's going after A-Stars. Let's go over to Meta. Meta going extremely far forward, very aggressive. Trying to get some shots off on Coolmat. Flanking the enemy team here. I'm not sure they know he's coming. Coolmat is extremely low. Meta could easily take out Coolmat here and possibly get even more kills. No, Meta is going to back out. Coolmat and A-Stars have both gone down here due to their low health and the fact that they were extremely grouped up considering they're going against a team with mostly an assault composition. Tarzan has switched to Engineers, so now it's 2 Engineers of Recon and 2 Assaults. Engineers, not the best class but in the current meta, I believe. And it looks like that is the end of the match. Which is extremely interesting because no one's actually died yet. I would assume that Tarza was about to die, and that's what actually triggered our replay to end. But I guess that's going to be GG. I wish I could say more about the score, but it does look like these replays are a little outdated, and therefore don't actually have the scores, or don't have the compatibility with the new client we're using right now. But just about the match in general was really a good match. A lot of darting back and forth with those assaults, but the lack of second biotech on both sides meant that that really when teams started running out of health, they were running out of health. So taking harass, giving harass, big deal in these matches, especially with the lob ability and the AoE on the assault cannon. but some beautiful sniping going down on both sides. Sniping being extremely important because assaults are better when they are in the air. So if you're on the ground, you're going to lose to an assault, but if you're in the air, you're going to lose to a recon. So that's creating really an interesting dynamic on this map. And really, I think, was a great match, and probably would have been a close one too if we had been able to see the scoreboard. So I'll see you guys next time.